on that big world outside. It's a fact. Step out and don't look back. This is the time for having fun. You're never too old. Come on and follow me. I've got things to show you. Let yourself go up here. Relax and then before you know you're having fun. You feel like a kid again having fun. Because long as you still think young, you're never too old. Ooh, singing, dancing, everyone. We're gonna do it all before we're done. Join right in and sing a song. Come on along. We're gonna celebrate. It's a fact. Step out and don't look back. This is the time for having fun. You're never too old.
This is Six Flags Great America, a look back part 1, and my name is Mike, aka the Chicago Coaster Guy. Thank you for joining me for this in-depth dive into my home park. In this video, we're going to go all the way back to the origins and how it all got started, and this first part will cover and focus on the years 1972 through 1985. Six Flags Great America is a 304-acre themed amusement park located in Gurnee, Illinois, within the northern Chicago metropolitan area. The amusement park originally opened as Marriott's Great America on May 29, 1976, as one of 2 theme parks built by the Marriott Corporation. In 1972, the Marriott Corporation bought 600 acres of rural land near the Tri-State Tollway and officially announced the theme park to the public the following year in 1973.
Feel alright on that big world outside. It's a fact. Step out and don't look back. This is the time for having fun. Singing, dancing, everyone. We're gonna do it all before we die. Join right in and sing a song. Can't wait.
Designed by architect Randall Duell, the park was designed in a dual loop, and where the park was laid out in a full circuit, as employees worked out of sight in the middle of the park. Opening attractions and areas within the park were designed to be based around the areas around North America.
I can't wait. I gotta celebrate. It's a fact. Step out and don't look back. This is the time for having fun. You're never too old.
So let's go back to the beginning of it all. In the early 1970s, the Marriott Corporation, owner of several restaurant chains and Marriott hotels, sought to branch further out into the tourism and vacation industry. The largest of the projects it took on was a chain of state-of-the-art theme parks, each of which would be named Marriott's Great America and themed around American history, opening just in time for the nation's bicentennial. From the beginning, 3 parks were planned, as Marriott identified 3 underserved metropolitan areas that could support a major amusement park: Baltimore, Washington, the San Francisco Bay Area, and Chicago, Milwaukee. The largest of these, at 850 acres, was announced for Laurel, Maryland in 1972. The proposal was canceled after fierce opposition from local residents convinced officials to deny the park permits, and the plans were moved to Manassas, Virginia in 1973, where it faced even stronger opposition from local residents and the National Park Service. The planned opening of the flagship park was delayed repeatedly until Marriott abandoned the idea late in the decade. Meanwhile, the plans for the other 2 parks proceeded more smoothly. The location in the Chicago metropolitan area was chosen to bring in visitors from Milwaukee and Chicago. Marriott purchased 600 acres of rural land in Gurnee, straddling the Tri-State Tollway in August of 1972, causing speculation from the Chicago Tribune that an amusement park was planned for the site. the Gurney Park was officially announced on January 29, 1973, along with a hotel and an industrial park. Marriott received approval from local authorities, but the Illinois State Toll Highway Authority would not approve a proposal for an interchange on the tollway leading directly into the parking lot. The park opened on Saturday, May 29, 1976, just 2 months after California's Great America. The park was an immediate success due in part to it coinciding with the bicentennial. From the beginning, the park made use of the Looney Tunes characters as costume figures to interact with all the park attendees, a tradition that still continues to this day under Six Flags ownership. At opening, there were many flat rides located throughout the park for people to enjoy. These attractions included the elaborate double-decker Columbia Carousel, which opened as one of the world's tallest carousels, and Sky Whirl, a unique 110-foot triple-arm Ferris wheel that was custom designed for Marriott. Transportation rides included Delta Flyer and Eagle's Flight, 2 one-way gondola sky car rides, and the Great America Scenic Railway, with stations located in Hometown Square and County Fair areas of the park. The Columbia Carousel was the first permanently installed carousel since the 1920s. It was designed in its entirety by the Dual firm, and it is the largest and costliest ever built. This $1 million double-decker carousel reaches a full 10 stories high into the Great America skyline, and the copper-roofed spire is bathed by floodlights. Adjusted for inflation today, the cost would be close to $6 million.
Grow up and take your turn. There's a time for you to run free when your life can be whatever you want. Great America, maybe a great day is just what you need this year. Maybe a great day, a day to laugh and live, a day to have, a day to give.
During the summer of 1975, nearly 150 trees and 200 shrubs were planted each day in and around the park site. It's estimated that more than $3 million was devoted to landscaping, including nearly 17,000 trees and 60,000 shrubs. Featuring a signature circular midway design, the parks were laid out with guest convenience and service access to all facilities. In 1976, there were over 10,000 costumes used, making the wardrobe department one of the largest in the world. These costumes were specifically designed to match the themed area in which a team member worked. The park also played theme music geared toward the specific areas of the park, and as of the recording of this video, I'm happy to report that that music has once again returned to the Midways. The Whizzer at Six Flags Great America is a classic steel family coaster and an iconic piece of the park since its opening day, May 29, 1976. Opening as Willard's Whizzer, it isn't the tallest or fastest coaster, but it's a nostalgic, smooth terrain racer with deep ties to the park's opening. It continues to win hearts for its classic style and accessibility. If you're visiting Great America with family or just love old school coasters, it's a must ride.
I have created the most terrifying new contraption for Marriott's Great America, the Tidal Wave! Ooh. First, you're shot forward. Ooh. Next, the torturous loop. Up and down, then up again to blood-chilling heights. And then, you fall, screaming through the entire ride. Backward! But would you ride this? You think I'm crazy? Discover Marriott's Great America.
Tidal Wave at Six Flags Great America was a thrilling steel shuttle loop coaster located in the Yankee Harbor section, operating from 1978 to 1991, when it was replaced in 1992 by Batman the Ride. The ride featured a dramatic shuttle cycle. A heavy weight dropped in a central tower, triggering a catapult-like launch. The train then surged forward through the loop, climbed a rear spike, and then fell back. It then glided backward, passed through the loop, and ascended the front spike before finally returning to the station. Though short-lived compared to newer attractions, Tidal Wave was innovative and thrilling, and a key part of Great America's coaster evolution. Its echo can be heard in today's launch thrill rides. For those who remember it, it's certainly missed, and still celebrated by coaster fans.
No way. Forget it.
I'm not moving.
This is as close as most people ever want to get to the edge. New at Marriott's Great America. The longest 2.5 seconds in the world.
Debuting in 1983 was the Intamin first-generation freefall tower, The Edge. Passengers rode in four-seater cars that climbed a tall shaft, much like an elevator, to 131 feet. At the top, the car moved forward and paused momentarily before being released in a pure freefall down the front of the tower that lasted 2.5 seconds. Great America Scenic Railway is Great America's very own two-train railroad system that travels more than 1 mile around the perimeter of the park. The 2 steam engines and 12 coaches were designed and constructed by custom fabricators of Johnson City, Tennessee. These picturesque locomotives chugged through Great America on a 36-inch narrow-gauge track, and at the time featured a unique new drive system that was engineered by custom fabricators and Marriott's own engineers. It used diesel power in the tender to drive the train at an estimated fuel reduction of 90% over the conventional power systems at the time.
It's a showtime of fun for everyone. It's Marriott's Great America. The rides are great, the shows are great, the fun is great. At Marriott's Great America, discover Marriott's Great America. Discover Marriott's Great America.
The Merry Mardi Gras Parade was a daily parade that ran from 1976 through 1987 and featured floats, Looney Tunes characters, marching bands, and acrobats. Located in Orleans Place, Theatre Royale was home of the Looney Tunes and had a variety of different theme shows up until the debut of the Dark Knight Coaster, when the queue for the ride took over the theater. The The Enchanted Island Review ran in the Wilderness Theater opening year and starred two dolphins named Nemo and Neptune. The Great America pole climbing expeditions included scaling 80-foot high poles and log rolling. This took place in the pond just outside of Loggers Run. Entertainment was a major focus upon the park's inception, including the Grand Music Hall, which held shows as big and theatrical as you would find in Broadway in New York. The Grand Music Hall even had its own orchestra, which would play all the music for the shows.
For you, 'cause you love the shows we do.
It's like opening night every night and all day long for our new live musical.
Broadway at Marriott's Great America.
These are the toughest guys in town.
Right.
So Marriott's Great America asked them to test their courage on the turn of the century. Watch.
It's a piece of cake.
The fun is great. Discover Marriott's Great America. Discover Marriott.
Turn of the Century debuted with the park in 1976 and was designed and engineered by Aerodynamics, the creator of the tubular steel roller coaster. It featured a 102-foot lift hill, 2 airtime hills, and one of the first double corkscrew elements ever on a roller coaster.
This is the Demon. The 9-story drop. The loops. The tunnel. The corkscrew. The Demon. It's everything you were afraid it would be.
After the 1979 season, the turn-of-the-century roller coasters were heavily modified. The airtime hills after the first drop were removed and replaced with 2 consecutive vertical loops and a lighted tunnel. Fake rock formations were built around the second loop and around the first half of the lift hill, with a third formation just before the corkscrews. Both rides were repainted black and were renamed Demon. With the addition of the loops, the Demon coasters became the second in the world to feature foreign versions after Carolina Cyclone at Carowinds, which had opened 2 months earlier. In addition to the redesign, the theme was changed as well. The storyline of the ride's transformation heard in the Demon soundtrack is that the park accidentally missed 3 payments on the roller coaster, and that a demon had repossessed the ride. Fog machines were placed in the tunnels, blood red-colored water fell out of the rock formations by the corkscrews, and a unique logo was unveiled. This logo featured red eyes staring out of a boarded-up pipe. A large version of the logo was placed on the Demon sign with a pool of red-dyed water in front of it. The original trains were also modified with a 3-dimensional version of the logo attached to the front of the car on each train, and flames painted on the sides of the cars. 1,700 red lights were placed into the ride's second tunnel, creating a swirl effect. These changes allowed the parks to market Demon as a new attraction for the 1980 season without having to construct a new roller coaster. The Pictorium was designed by Randall Duell and Associates and debuted in 1979. As one of the largest IMAX screens in the world, it had a 2,000-pound projector and could seat a total of 1,000 guests. The debut movie the year it opened was To Fly, and many guests were blown away by the images, making you feel like you were actually flying. The Sky Whirl was the world's most uniquely designed Ferris wheel, a triple-arm wheel that was designed exclusively for Marriott's Great America by Intamin. This ride was the most innovative Ferris wheel design since George Ferris brought the first wheel to the Columbia Exposition in nearby Chicago in 1893. Guests on board the ultra-modern Sky Whirl were lifted 120 feet over County Fair and presented with a fabulous view of this fun country. Each wheel contained 12 six-passenger cars, and 2 of the wheels were always revolving in the air, while the third was being loaded. The Sky Whirl was the Ferris wheel that never stopped.
You're about to plummet 15 stories. If you can do it without uttering a sound, then you've mastered the American Eagle at Great America. You'll rocket at 65 miles an hour, and that's just the beginning.
Come on, let's ride it again!
No way. Unless you let me hold your hand.
Go hand in hand in Great America.
The American Eagle uses over 125,000 bolts and over 15 tons of nails to help secure the lumber in place. It also has 2,000 concrete footings, which supports over 1,300,000 feet of lumber. The park needed special permission from the FTC to purchase that amount of lumber before they could even consider building the coaster. Using over 20,000 hours to build, the American Eagle also needed over 9,000 gallons of white paint to give it its distinctive look. After climbing the lift hill, the American Eagle's first drop is 147 feet down at a 55-degree angle, diving 20 feet below ground, reaching speeds of 65 miles an hour and traveling across 4,650 feet of track. This double racing coaster still holds the record today for the tallest and fastest wooden racing coaster in the world and is receiving Ace Coaster Landmark status on June 16, 2025.
This is Zonker, the Wonder Dog, who loves roller coasters, and he's about to give the Great American Eagle a try. Do you think he's going to like it?
From the looks of it, I think he will.
Ready? As the cars slowly climb the 127-foot first hill, an electrically powered chain pull does all the work. After the first plunge, it's strictly momentum as the cars race along at over 65 miles an hour.
Oh, here it comes. The moment of truth. Oh, my word. No going back. Woo.
A little over 3 minutes later, the Eagle has landed.
Little by little, it's been coming. Picking up speed. Picking up size. Picking up power. The Whitewater Rampage. Now, it's picking up people.
In 1984, Whitewater Rampage, now known as Roaring Rapids, debuted at Great America. The $5 million edition was designed to resemble a natural untamed river and landscaped with more than 1,400 trees and shrubs native to the North Woods. Technically, Whitewater Rampage was Marriott's final installation after selling the park. Marriott, unhappy with the returns of how the parks were doing, decided to sell the parks, and Six Flags purchased Great America in 1984, while the California park was sold to the city.
The Force is here. The ultimate Force. The world's first and only Z-Coaster. Designed to turn and twist and dive like no other force on Earth. Come ride the Z-Force only at Six Flags Great America.
Z-Force was a ride prototype designed and developed in Switzerland, and it propelled riders through a series of 6 vertical corkscrew-like turns. The cars entered from the top and virtually dove into them. Consistent speed changes made riders feel like they were falling through space. Z-Force went through considerable testing for over 4 months in Switzerland and then also at Great America before it debuted to the public. Z-Force is the birth of the 4-person wide car in coaster technology, as Walter Bolliger and Claude Mabillard were the designers behind it at the now defunct Giovanola. Great America experienced a tremendous amount of growth in its first few years of operation. Here's one more look at all the sights from those first few seasons the park was open. Thank you for joining me on this journey, and I hope everyone has enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed putting it together for you. Remember, this was only part 1, and you can expect to see part 2 sometime closer to Christmas of 2025. Thanks again for joining, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for more content just like this.